Come on, Swagu. Let's get it. Are we going 1 to 5? We're going 5 to 1.
We're going 5 to 1.
Okay.
And my fifth one, I got to refer to my notes, is going to be Wentz in Washington. Listen, man, I really believe this in my heart of hearts. This season will determine if Carson Wentz becomes a career backup in the NFL. I really do. Because when you think about what happened in Philly, and we hang on to 2017 because everybody is trying to recreate that. He goes to Indianapolis after Frank Reich stuck his neck on the line, after going to the playoffs with Phillip Rivers, with Phillip Rivers, and then Carson comes and they lose the last game to Jacksonville. That a lot of that is going to be on his shoulders. I think this is a critical mass year for Carson Wentz. That's my fifth concern. The fourth one is the Patriots offensive coordinator situation. And I probably would have had this higher, but I'm going to think, I'm going to believe that Bill Belichick is going to figure something out here in the next upcoming weeks and determine how they're going to function as an offense. I'm still high-level concerned about how this offense will perform, but the offensive coordinator position, I think, will get sorted out. That don't mean they're going to be good. The third one is Bakhtiari, the tackle for the Green Bay Packers, being injured again. He is a critical part of what they do from an offensive standpoint. The excitement about having this guy back for this year after Aaron Rodgers signing a 3-year, $150 million contract was through the roof. I think this is a big loss that could potentially show up for the Green Bay Packers as this season goes along. They've done a good job managing this offensive line. Aaron Rodgers keeping a lot of those guys safe and clean, but this may become a critical issue when you start talking about the rush in the NFC. The Cowboys offensive line. Listen, this is one of those ones that we talked about this offseason, and everybody excited because it's the Cowboys. And every year, a lot of people have them going deep into the playoffs, into the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott getting signed, and we talk about Dak so much. The Cowboys have always won through their line of scrimmage. We go back to the 90s. We love talking about Emmett and Troy and Michael Irvin. 4 dudes in the Hall of Fame off that offensive line. So let's not get it twisted about what this NFL is still about up front. If they don't find some continuity, and as we've been talking about all show, cut down on these penalties and figure out how to protect 4, we'll be talking about the Cowboys watching the playoffs like everybody else. First, the number one for me, and it's because Tom Brady came back, and it's because of how Tom Brady operates as a quarterback, the Bucs offensive line. And I know a lot of people are going to downplay this because the GOAT is at quarterback. Every defensive meeting I ever sat in, the only chance we had to beat Tom Brady was pressure in the middle of the pocket. Both of his guards are gone from last year, and he just lost his center, Ryan Jensen. And I know everybody's saying, well, they'll replace him. And these guys, it ain't that damn simple. When you're talking about how he likes to run offense, how he likes to dictate to defenses of how he runs offense. The continuity on that offensive line has been a staple for Tom Brady since he's played at this elite level. And now you're talking about 3 new guys filling in and trying to cover the most critical part, the center of the pocket, for Tom Brady to have success at 45 years old. People don't like to talk about this age, but the last time when we see Rush get after Tom Brady, he looks fairly normal. Ask the New Orleans Saints.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.